Ladies and gentlemen, people of royalty, good morning. How are we doing? I don't know what got into me today, okay? But I've been up since 5:30 a.m. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, okay? But here he is. Here I am. What's up, fellas? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're feeling well today. Don't worry, I do have a Mountain Dew Zero Sugar by my side. My trusty companion, my co-host today, some might even say. I have a couple Twitch rewards to round out today. Someone ordered up a Surskit named Stinky. We have 2 Gulpin orders. I wonder what the joke there is. Ha ha ha. We have a Charmander that goes out to Obog and a Snivy. So I did most of the Twitch rewards offline. If you don't know, for those watching who don't know, you can watch my Twitch streams, gain channel points simply for watching, and then redeem those channel points for Patrouski OT Pokemon. I sort of implemented this system because a lot of people asked for Patrouski OT Pokemon, and I don't mind giving them away for free. The issue is, if I were to do that, I would just be spending literally every minute, every day catching Pokemon for people I'd never be able to play the game. I get that requested them so much. So there has to be some sort of barrier to get them, but I also don't feel comfortable selling Patrouski OT Pokemon for value just because they have my name. That feels really cheesy. So thus is how this system sort of got born. Let me double check my notepad document so I can figure out what the plan for today is. Gym rerun, Twitch rewards, we're almost done that. I might record the what comps I want to make in Gen 2 video. That'll be energy dependent. I want to hunt Raikou, and I do want to look a little bit more into BP stuff. I thought that I was going to spend my BP today. I thought that I was going to spend my BP and buy choice items and then just make, Pokeyen from that, but I think I'm actually going a different route. I was shocked to find that there are actually limited, exclusive, not limited, but like exclusive BP decorations for your secret base. So I will be absolutely stockpiling my BP. I'm currently at 69k BP, hilariously. I'm going to be saving that for decorations for my secret base guide when I eventually learn enough about secret bases to be able to do that. For the Twitch rewards, Environment literally requested 2 Gulpins and 1 Slugma. This guy literally requested 3 fucking meme Pokemon just to do stupid these nuts jokes. All right, this is what it looks like. This is the second Gulpin that Environment requested. So there we go. I usually just say something like this, and then I give a big all caps, thanks for watching, with a ton of exclamation points. Twitch reward, bam, Gulpin. Send mail. There you go. Okay, someone requested a CYNDAS, which actually gives me a really, really good way to show you guys how you can actually make really, really, really cheap gym rerun Typhlosions. Like, I'm essentially going to be able to... I'm pretty confident in this. Maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like I'll be able to show you guys how to make, like, a really good gym rerun Typhlosion. Literally just... Like, I'll buy that for 2... That was, what, 2K? I'll buy that for 2K. We'll head over. We'll grab ourselves a Ditto. We're looking for nature. Probably mild or rash is probably going to be cheaper, but we'll see. We're looking for 25, 20, and we'll Everstone the nature. I mean, look at this. Look, are you kidding me? Like, let's try to do 25 plus, I guess. We can see, like, do modest again. 7,800 there. I guess I can just try to, like this breed. I'm going to Everstone the Ditto. This cost me like 15k, right? Am I going crazy? It was 2k for the CYNDAS, 8k for the Ditto. Look at this. This is a gym rerun Typhlosion for 15k because of the cost of the Everstone. Like, dude, getting a gym rerun team is cheaper than ever. That is nuts. It's nuts. It's awesome to see. It's better than ever. Like, there is no reason. Like, you can just make so much Pokeyen right now from scratch. Make yourself the cheapest gym run team in the world. Get all regions done. Bam, bam, bam. There you go. The second Gulpin getting mailed out. I love JDB Trees. It's a little more of a personalized message. Not all my viewers are made equal. That's kind of harsh, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like I'm pretty honest and I keep it kind of real. Now, let's see. Eevee we got next. This would be a Vaporeon for someone. Vaporeon up next. We'll go ahead and turn this into that. Bam. All right, here we go. Another Twitch reward getting mailed off. All right, here is another. Here we go. Boy doll. We'll send him He wanted a sweet scent Surskit. So there we go. That is getting sent off to him. And then I think that someone hilariously who requested Twitch points for me got banned. Someone wanted a Chimecho. I forget what their IGN was. I made them a really good Chimecho. Like it came out bold nature. This thing's solid, right? I made a pretty decent Chimecho, and I tried to send it to them, and the username they sent me wasn't found. So they either A, typed the wrong name, B, got banned, or C, changed their name. I don't know which one, but that's hilarious that someone like requested a Twitch thing like 12 days ago, and before I could even get it to them, they might have gotten banned. This is an insane meme. Dude, I saw that, Karoshi. Someone got a shiny Alpha Charmander, which is just, that's insane. Like, Alpha shinies are already really rare, let alone shiny Alpha Kanto starters, which are so expensive and so rare. Like, for reference, each Alpha Charmander, I think, costs like 3 mil. Now, obviously, when you breed it, you get it back, so you can just keep rebreeding it. But like 3 mil just to even like get that base, and then you also need Dittos or like whatever you want to do, right? It costs like 100k per minimum per wrist. It's so nuts. You go like monster males, I guess. Let's see what that would be. But it's just so much money. It's just so much Pokeyen. Imagine spending, if you pay for the female gender every time, you're spending like, I mean, you're spending minimum like 80k per roll for a shiny. It's just nuts, you know, 30,000 times. Do you guys think I'll get shiny Chikorita this week or not? I'm at 19,030 eggs. I think you'll get it at 19,073 eggs, Hiroshi. Good luck to you. That's my guess. We can manually trade over the Cyndaquil over to Clarko. Congratulations, dude. It's so cheap to make this a pretty decent Cinda for Jimmy runs. It's so cheap as well, which is awesome. Have you ever gotten a shiny in the mail? Yes, probably like 5 times. I always send it back. I do not want other people's like OT shinies. I really like it's really like nice in theory, and it's a huge honor, but like it's just gonna sit in my PC and just rot. Whereas like it's your OT shiny, you should, you know, value that. Whenever people send me OT shinies as a gift or reward, if they're quitting, I always send it back. I'm not in favor of keeping people's shinies or things, even if they quit. Like, I think if you're quitting, I would just keep your stuff, man. Like, I think it's better to just keep it than give it all away, just in the off chance you come back. Most Pokemon players do come back. Okay, we've had some new requests. So now I have Charmander, Snivy, Haxorus is cooking, and then a Totodile left. All right, and then this Adamant Axew with 20 plus attack and speed going off to Master Kid Otaku. Said mail, there you go. Wait, this Totodile actually came out so good. We randomly rolled Speed IV, we high rolled it or mid rolled it, I'm not sure, and then we rolled Naive Nature. That's actually turbo usable. That's actually super solid. Whoever wanted the Totodile, that's actually not bad at all. Yo, congrats on the rolls. Those rolls, this Totodile came out super solid, which I'm honestly happy with, so hopefully you're happy with it, dude. Okay, we're actually almost done. I don't know why this has been so exhausting. I think I'm just tired today. I don't think this has been that exhausting at all. I think I'm just tired, but here we go. Obog getting himself. Thanks for watching and your patience. A lot of people, dude, some people waited like 3-4 weeks for these Twitch points, which I apologize for. Like, this will literally be the longest. I was just so delayed on this. This will be the longest between any like Twitch reward redemption ever in my entire streaming career, probably, because I just had so many things. Like, Shiny Wars into Johto release just swamped me, and I never got a hold of these, but now I finally am catching up. So we're really happy to finally get these done. We have 2 more left, a Lotad and a Snivy. New PokeMMO Dex completion goal, Pat OT, 1 out of 603. God damn it, dude. Snivy's being 10k base price while CYNDAS are 1.5 is really funny. Yo, Patrouski, I just started the game and a friend offered me to get a really good Dratini / Dragonite or a Volcorona. Which would you prefer, PvP / PvE wise? Man, PvE. Wow, both those Pokemon are extremely good, PvP and PvE wise, I would say. I'd say Dragonite's probably a little better PvE wise, but PvP wise, they're both incredible. I would say it depends on if the Dragonite has hidden ability or not. If he's willing to do like a hidden ability Dragonite, I'd probably ask him to do that because it's probably more expensive versus you can breed your own Volcarona for a little cheaper because it's in Bug Egg group, which can be cheapish sometimes, but people check it. People make sure to buy out Volcarona breeders because it's so desired. So I think if he's willing to do a hidden ability for you, if your friend is willing to make you a hidden ability Dragonite, I would go on that because it's more expensive. That's, yeah, kind of the answer. Probably Dragonite, probably more useful than Volcarona, but I do love Volcarona. It's also a very powerful PvE and PvP Pokemon. All right, finally, the final 2 Twitch rewards can be mailed out. There we go. That's the Snivy. Then we just have one more. This Lotad for our Raider today, Centaur G. There we go. The final Twitch reward being mailed out. We're out of Twitch reward jail. Now we can go lock ourselves up in Gym Run jail. All right, here we go. Another day, another time to run more gyms again. We're getting back to it. We got 13 charms left after this one, starting at 8,179,000 Pokeyen. Hey Pat, what are you going back to the Miltank Shunt so you can get your 3rd Raticate? Why do you guys torment me? Come on. If you count the Minchinos that I have, the 2 Minchinos that I have as rats as well, you could say that I have 4 shiny rats, which is a funny thing to think about. All of which are fail shinies and not the one I wanted, which is a good meme. Do I have any more rats? I'm trying to think. Is Marowak a rat? I don't think so. That's a bit of a stretch. I sincerely doubt you can say something nice about Meganium. I don't think I could. That's the one bait you actually can't bait me into because I actually think you're right. I'll admit that one. That one's actually true and real. Meganium is like a worse version of Tropius. That's my compliment. Tropius is very cool. There you go. Yeah, I think this gym is lost. So there's a rare chance that you can actually lose to that gym. It's because of the pledge lead combo. It makes your team slower. So what I always do, if I've lost a gym fight, like I'm not going to sit there and waste my time on it. What you do is you log out, you log back in, you do not choose to reconnect to your existing session, and then bam. You're at the PC, you can't sweet send for 10 minutes, but that doesn't really affect you during a gym run. You run back up, you redo the gym, and then there you go. That's the fastest way to like sort of reset that if a mistake like that happens or something goes wrong. Making and collecting PvP Pokemon is more fun than actual PvP. Dude, fucking unbelievably based in true opinion. Actually true and correct. Objectively true opinion. I feel like more people enjoy collecting comps than we realize. I had a lot of comments on my 63 things to do video. I had a lot of comments of people saying they were really into and like had been collecting comps for a long time and never knew other people did that, which I think is really cool. The key for shiny hunting Feebas is to wait for, let me see. Wait for the Chinese community to hop on late at night because they find all the tiles. Dude, people who are like dedicated Feebas hunters in that community are cracked. It's fucking awesome. For those who don't know, Feebas is like a weird encounter, very unique encounter in Hoenn, I believe, right? There's like a river in Hoenn where Feebas can only be found on one tile, and that tile changes like every, I think 30 minutes. People could correct me. I don't know the exact numbers, but it changes every so often. You have to like keep refinding that tile. But if you find that tile, it's like a 50% chance to find Feebas. So like doing that method of shunting for Feebas is actually like really, really good, but it's kind of a huge pain, you know? Yeah, Channel 5, correct. Channel 5 is usually where those dedicated Feebas hunters meet up. So if you're interested in hunting Feebas, definitely check that out. Wait, I remember writing this in my script for 63 things to do, but I don't know if it actually made it into the final cut. I had it, I don't remember. It might be in the video. There's a joke that I make, or like a tip that I give, where it's like, tip number 17, go play League of Legends and realize what a terrible game actually looks like. And you'll come back to PokeMMO and be reinvigorated and happier than ever to actually play a game that is actually incredible and you enjoy and made by passionate, loving devs. That was like, dude, did I cut that joke? Fuck, that would have been so good. I should have kept that. All right, there's our gym run. Is it Raikou time? Why do I go to Hoenn, not Johto? Is it Raikou time? Is that the plan? I think it's Raikou time. Okay, the absolute hopium plan would be to catch Raikou this stream so that I can list more of the Pokemon in my stored in my PC next stream, and then that'll help us prepare for the 11th anniversary event a little more. Like having that all sold off or having more Pokeyen for that event's just going to be so important. That's the absolute hopium. If I can just get Raikou this stream, Kek W, and then yeah, we can just move on, make a lot of progress really fast. Hey Pat, I need to breed Pursuit onto my non-shiny OT Tyranitar really quick. Would you mind lending me your Rampardos? Yeah, as long as you give it to me back, smiley face. You definitely won't consume it for breeding, right, smiley face? Yo, Patty Waddy, opinions on the Pokemon TCG? I actually used to be really into playing the Pokemon TCG. I just love trading card games in general. I got really into Magic. aggressively into Magic by far, but I played pretty much every Pokemon or every trading card game competitively to at least some extent at one point or another. I played Fluffles and Yu-Gi-Oh during like Burning Abyss peak. I played Night March in Pokemon during, I don't know what metagame it was though. I played Team Plasma era Pokemon TCG a bit, and that was a really fun one. Like when Hypnotoxic Laser got released and then nerfed into the ground, it was insane. What else? I played the new DBZ re-release of that card game. I played Orange Captain Ginyu, which was a pretty underrated deck at the time when it like first released, and I actually really liked it. I loved that. And then in Magic the Gathering, I played a lot of Draft. I got probably the best out of any format at Draft, even though I wish I was the best at Legacy. I played a lot of Legacy. I played Stifle Knot. I played Mono Green 12 Post. I played every variant of Stifle Knot under the sun. What else? I played some Mimi Modern decks and a lot of Commander, or a fair bit of Commander, Lord of Chesserhorn, stuff like that. I played a lot of trading card games. I played Hearthstone to the moon and back, but that game is terrible. I don't recommend it. It shouldn't even be considered into the discussion of card games. It's just not even comparable. I love card games. I love trading card games. The Pokemon trading game is really cool. It's really cool that people are collecting for it. I think it's really cool when people play it. It's not as difficult as people would think in terms of how to play it. And yeah, it's cool. I have a couple graded cards. I think like 3. I don't have many physical cards nowadays, but I would love to get more. Burning Abyss, it's been 8 years, Pat. Holy shit, how old am I? That's hilarious. Yeah, so I have a couple graded cards. I would love to go for a full graded set of at least 8 or higher, which isn't that crazy of a barrier, right? For Dragon Selection. Dragon Selection was a very, very cool set released in Japan. There's also Dragon Vault in America for those who bought it here. But Dragon Selection has like the silver chrome border, all the cards. Very, very cool set. I just love the look. It introduced the Dragon type, or was around that era of introducing the Dragon type into the TCG. And then I would love to get a reverse foil full deck of Night March at some point. But like I'm sure Rev Hollow Battle Compressors are expensive, but I'm not sure. I'm so behind on the TCG just metagame, so what do I know? But I love trading card games, always have. All right, the opinion I'm about to give is a very controversial one, and the funniest response to this is, but my dude, you built the sandwich. And I understand where you're coming from. I think Subway is like a turbo C-tier restaurant. I think there's almost never any reason to go out to eat and get Subway. If I'm like in the mood for Subway, I'd rather make a sandwich at home or like eat something at home. It's almost never worth to go out to eat, in my opinion, and get Subway. Subway is fine, but why would I go spend $10 on a sandwich when I could just eat something at home for cheaper and less, you know, more customized and everything, without even like any cooking skills required. Like frozen meals are incredible, like full frozen, you know, families or whatever. But I think the quality of ingredients, and I think Subway is just like fine to mediocre. I will say I'm biased. I'm a huge fan of like hot food and hot subs only. I'll never get like a cold sub. I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy cold cuts. That's a huge personal preference. But yeah, Subway is like a huge C-tier restaurant for me. Yeah, there are better and good sub places. Like Jersey Mike's is way better for sure, but like way more expensive. And then Firehouse Subs is also very good. Blaziken getting robbed of its hidden ability is sad. Superior shouldn't have theirs if Blaziken can't. I personally vehemently disagree with this. Contrary Superior is definitely strong, but I think it's almost needed because Rotom Wash is so strong, and it's good to have a threatening grass type that can threaten it. Like it's like its main threat. And then I'd also say it's weird to compare like hidden abilities versus hidden abilities. Like just because one hidden ability is in the game doesn't mean all should be. That's terrible for balance. Traditional Pokemon is inherently very unbalanced, and I think pursuing a very balanced experience and a customized balanced experience when possible, that's like what PokeMMO is for. And I think they do a great job. It's the same reason why I don't think we'll ever see, at least for a very long time, I don't see us seeing Regenerator Slowbro. I think Regenerator Slowbro would be like insane. I think it would actually be, if they introduced Regenerator Slowbro right now, I think it might be the most powerful Pokemon in all PokeMMO. The teleport buff plus Regenerator Slowbro would just be insane. Superior would threaten it really hard, which is like the big thing. But can Superior even one-shot a Slowbro with Leaf Storm? I don't even know. You might actually be able to live that. It can't, says Park. Yeah, dude, Oh my god. Yeah, Regenerator Slowbro would be insane. Because then you can make an insane... You always get a free switch. Like, Regenerator Slowbro would always be a free switch. It would be so broken in Pokemon. There's just not strong enough offensive Pokemon in Pokemon to handle Regenerator Slowbro. That's just my opinion. I'm not the most experienced or the best PvP player by any means. Contrary Shuckle. I would love to see Contrary Shuckle just for the memes, for sure. Imagine Speed Boost Blaziken without like even like Landorus T to check it. Like how, dude? Speed Boost Blaziken is already insane. Imagine fucking without Landorus T, or like without the Laddie twins to like Scarf Draco it. Dude, holy shit. It's Speed Boost Blaziken is already insane. That would be bonkers in PokeMMO. I kind of feel like the legendary birds are actually like I feel like they're doable in PokeMMO. I feel like they wouldn't be broken. Zapdos would be the strongest, obviously, but like Articuno and Moltres would be like nothing. They're pretty bad. Zapdos would be quite good, but how good? I don't know. And that's actually like a on the fence one. I feel like that's a tough one that proper OU and PvP players would have to like discuss and have tier discussion over. Did Ox set a date for the next Shiny Wars yet? Dude, hell no, I am not ready for that. Don't even mention that. I think it's gonna be, usually it's 2 a year. He hinted at wanting to do 3. I can't, man. I'm so exhausted and so busy still. Oh man, I think it's probably gonna be like in like January. I feel like it's usually January, and then when was the last one? Like summertime, July or whatever, are the 2 ones that usually happen right now in Team Mister. The annual to biannual is the word. The biannual Shiny Wars. But man, a 3rd would be crazy. I already, man, it's a lot to like commit my entire content for a week essentially to just shiny hunting 15 hours a day. I love it, but it's a lot, you know. Yeah, I think casual players can definitely find the legendary dogs. There's not much of a barrier to entry to them, right? It's just complete Johto, like complete 1 region, and then we don't know the rate, I will say, but if we go in the middle, the devs did confirm that it's somewhere between a 1 out of 1001 and a 1 out of 7,999 rate. So we know it's not 1 out of 8K, we know it's not 1 out of 1K. So if we go in the middle there and say it's like 1 out of 4K, that's like, let's bring up the handy dandy Windows calculator. If you hunt efficiently, you should be able to get around 300 encounters per hour single. If you use lures and stuff, which I should be popping lures. So we'll do, let's say it's 4K. Let's just, no one knows the rate. The rate has not been released. We don't know it. This is just a speculation. But if we say the rate's 4K, we divide that by 300. 13 hours. Yeah, I'd say casual players can absolutely, you have a whole month. You have a whole month to do like a 14-hour hunt on average. Obviously it could be longer, could be shorter, but a whole month to do a 14-hour, I think it's very casual friendly to get the legendary dogs, even every month if you want to. I'd say most things in PokeMMO are casual friendly. Like I think most things a casual player can get, it may take them a little longer, but it depends. But like I think the 2 things that I would say that are kind of off the table for casual players, which I think is rightfully so, egg hunts, so rare shiny hunts, they're just way too expensive and take way too long. They're meant to be with like the 0.01% of players. So like egg hunts and rare shiny hunts, and then like hyper expensive vanities. So once you reach vanities that cost like over 100 mil, that you might be able to get that as a casual player, but like it's pushing it at that point, right? So like really expensive vanities, and then like vanities over 100 mil or over 80 mil or whatever, and then yeah, rare shinies. That's probably out of range for casual players, but I think 99.9% of the game is like super doable by casual players, like 1 to 2 hours a day type play, or even less players, right? Like 4 hours on the weekends or something. Even like Mount Silver is like a really doable for any one type of goal. It's gonna take a little bit. It's not gonna be easy, but it's very doable. You know, all 4 regions done, and then completing the Pokedex. That, you know, for like a super hyper casual player, it may take a couple 100 hours, but I think it's very doable. That's literally like the one piece of like end game restricted content where like you literally can't access it without having a certain thing done. So I think it's super fair and reasonable. I think it worries me when new players come to a game and start crying or being upset that certain content isn't accessible to them. Not every piece of content should be available to every player or new players. You should have to work for endgame content. You should have to work to get to or be able to do certain types of content. Not all of it, of course, but Pokemon is largely like casual and new player friendly, especially PokeMMO. I think I'd be happy to see way more endgame. I think most people will like endgame and like locked off content. It's good to have those goals for new players to shoot for and be excited to one day reach. Being locked out of something makes you more excited and more meaningful when you actually achieve it. Seems crazy we can catch a new dog every month, but there's no way to get the dogs out of the game. I kind of feel like the quills would be something you can honestly need to trade a dog to get. Yeah, I think the idea, they can't be bred, right? That might be something they introduce down the road, because a dog sync, a legendary sync might become a necessary feature at some point, for sure. Definitely something to keep in mind. If there's nothing to work towards, there's no point to playing in the first place. Yeah, it's good to have, like, the way, especially this, like the way this is always explained in MMOs. One of my favorite things when I'm new to an MMO, I want to go to the hub city, like Vermilion, for example, for here, and see people with shiny Charizards, see people with Q hats or like the Flaming Skull masks, right? They're like 1-bill Pokeyen. See those, see them look so cool and be like, man, what is that? I have no idea. Like, what is that? How do I get that? And like seeing those like late game, end game chads in like hub cities of game, like the most MMO thing is to like see that and be like, damn, I want that. One day that'll be me. Like that's how goals are set in MMOs for the most part, like socially, by seeing people flex. I keep getting this question, like, should I hunt Raikou or Suicune at this spot, or where should I hunt for the legendaries? Guys, that's a very, very personal, there's no wrong answer, that's a personal question. Where you want to hunt the legendary is solely based on, like, what shinies are in that location that you like. So it's, like, totally a personal preference, and, like, it's, like, kind of like asking, like, hey, where should I go get lunch? And it's like, well, what kind of food do you like? Do you want chicken? Do you want barbecue? Do you want beef? Do you want burgers? Like, a pizza? It's a totally opinionated question that I can't really answer for you guys. This is a good question. Is there any time limit to keeping stuff unclaimed on the GTL? I don't believe so. It's possible, but I don't believe so. I have kept stuff unclaimed on the GTL for a long time. Like I kept Tranidoses on there for like 6 to 9 months, I believe, and never went away. So I think it's totally fine. I don't think there's a time limit. That's actually a really, really good little PSA, public service announcement. If you are using a Breloom as a catching Pokemon for shinies, make sure it doesn't have Effect Spore. It could lose you a shiny. It happened to Logan recently. If it has Effect Spore, there is an unfortunate chance that if a shiny Pokemon attacks your Breloom, there's a small chance that upon a contact move, that shiny Pokemon could get poisoned or burned. And if you already false swiped it kind of without thinking, it could die. So be really careful. It definitely can happen. It's very, very plausible. Yeah, make sure you don't even have to like use the poison heal ability, or like don't have to like use the technician or take, you know, advantage of it, but just make sure it's not Effect Spore. That can lose you a shiny. This is the most insane gamer prep that I've ever done. I'm already buying Christmas presents in September, not to be prepared, because who cares, but it's actually because so I can play more video games, because I know for a fact I'm going to be so busy covering anniversary season, the Halloween event season, and the Christmas event, and like all the holiday events. I'm going to be so busy covering and playing the holiday events that I just won't have time to buy Christmas presents. So if I just get that done now, it'll allow me to play more video games in the future. Based and true. I actually had this question recently. I want to explain a little more. What I say when I mean that Kanto is a very good region to get done for the holiday events, and what I say when I mean callouts, for example, the most holiday event callouts are in Kanto. The reason why is because Kanto it's been in the game for the longest, so most people have it done. It's just the most completed region because it's been in the game for the longest. People have nostalgia for it. People love Gen 1, yada yada. Most people have Kanto done. So because of that, most callouts are in Kanto. When I say callouts, a good example is the Halloween event. Every 20 minutes during the Halloween event, I believe 3 kids in costumes randomly spawn around the map at random set locations. So you have to just like run around and see if you can find them. And every time you defeat those kids, you like get a prize, but you have to like constantly rotate and find them. And most of those callouts are in Kanto, and you can only do like one region, or you can only defeat and steal so many kids' candies per like time period. So most of the time, people just stick to Kanto. So getting Kanto done that's just one of the examples. It's like the Halloween event, but getting Kanto done as soon as possible for event season is wildly beneficial. Once I get an edge move on a Pokemon, let's scroll back up for this question. Will it stay the next time I breed it, or do I have to breed it every time with both parents having the move? Yes, once you get the edge move on, you should be safe to breed it over and over again, and it'll keep the edge move. That's a very good and not really asked enough question. What's the most underrated vanity I can think of? I could do a straight up like PsyOps answer to this question and just say Koban. Yeah, guys, I really think that Koban is just like a really underrated and cool look. There's no reason why I'm saying that. I think it's just like a really cool vanity. You know, I think it looks really good personally. Other than Koban, I feel like the Retro Games handheld, I'm pretty sure I have that. I didn't see it. Yeah, this is an underrated one in my opinion. Xmas 2020. Pretty sure it's decently cheap actually as well. Retro. It's 740k. I think it's underrated. What else? I really like the eyeball masks. Oh wow, someone bought them the fuck out actually. Wow. I think they're pretty underrated. October 2020, but they're kind of getting bought out. What else is there? Underrated vanities. We can scroll through my thing. I mean, I like the bones cap, but that's like pretty known. The ox horns. I like the ox horns. I think they're underrated. A pretty good horn option. Cheap, underrated vanities. The psychic training helmet, the Mewtwo helmet, is like shockingly cheap. I think it's like around $1 maybe less. The red Oni mask, pretty newer. The skull helmet, not underrated. Like, a lot of these aren't underrated, but there's a lot of like 2020 vanities that haven't quite popped off yet, but probably will soon. That I feel like are still pretty cheap. Let's see if we can find more. What vanities are overrated? Ooh, that's a good question. I'd have to think about that one. That's a good question. Wow. Probably one of the wings, because people fucking love the... I think the demon wings are pretty overrated. They do look cool, but they're overrated. I think the Shadow Skull helmet is overrated. I prefer the normal skull helmet over the Shadow Claw, over the Shadow Bone helmet in terms of look, personally. Bunny plush. The bunny plush is easy to call overrated because it is so expensive, which is understandable, but it's actually so unique. We don't really have any other comparable like head slot item to this, so I actually think it might be... It's probably a bit overrated. It's just so expensive, but it's a really cool, unique, surprisingly unique vanity. Wait, how could I forget about the globe, the snow globe one? There's a lot of vanities. Yeah, that 2020 year. There's a lot of vanities, in my opinion, that are like 2 to 4 years old that are like super underrated right now and haven't really shot up in price yet, that I think might at some point. This vanity is very cool. And the UFO hat, how much is that? Yeah, like, dude, man, these are underrated. Also, I think the player, like 2021 and 2022 is kind of when the PokeMMO player base spiked. So right before that was like these vanities, which is interesting to say the least, in my opinion. Kind of just pulled the trigger on that. I didn't expect to be spending $2 mil today, but saving up for the anniversary event, by the way, KW. I'm pretty sure I don't have this one yet, and I want to get it. I also kind of want to get the snow globe one. How much is that one? I think that these, I'm not gonna bite on this one yet, man, but I think that these might go up over the next like 1 to 2 years, but maybe I'm full of shit. We'll see. Yeah, this is like a hugely important, I guess, announcement or like message. Do not get discouraged. If you hear me talk about RP, premium currencies, blah, 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 PokeMMO is very not pay to win. There are very few whales, and I can attest that I've only ever spent $10 on this game, and I've been playing since 2013, and I obviously have a lot of progress on my account. You do not need to spend money on this game to make progress. If you want to do it to support the developers, that's the way to think about it, but you don't need to do it to make progress. Or if you want to jumpstart your progress, like, more power to you, but don't feel pressured or stressed or like worried about having to pay for progress. That's just not really an issue in PokeMMO whatsoever. This is actually a good calculation. Let's say you spend IRL money to get a 7-day donator status, as well as 24 shiny charms. to be able to have charms and dono popped for an entire shunt. How much is 7-day dono? Let's see. 7-day is, I believe, 500, so $5. So it's $5 and then 24 shiny charms times, they're $1 a piece, so it's $24. You're paying 24 plus 5, around $30. You're paying around $30 to save you around 6 hours in game, less like 5 hours. It's like 6,000 encounters, like 5 hours in game of time on average. So some people may want to do that, but like I feel like most people just do it. You know, it's not a big deal, but it ends up being a lot of money. It ends up being a lot to that'd be a lot of Pokeyen. In terms of Pokeyen, that would end up being 250k times 24 plus the 7-day dono. Jesus, yeah, plus 1.2. So at that point, you're literally spending 7.2 million Pokeyen on a ×5 horde shiny hunt just to save 5 hours, which is pretty insane. It's not worth doing. It's why you almost never see me pop like shiny charms and stuff doing ×5 hordes. Pretty much only during shiny wars do I do silly stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest, my throat's getting really sore, so I think this is gonna be the place to call it, guys. I appreciate you watching today. Hopefully it's been fun. Hopefully it's been entertaining, good background content while you guys continue your hunt. Hopefully you have some pretty good Raikou luck. We're pretty like light into my Raikou hunt. I've only done like 700 encounters or something, so I have a long way to go. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video in the stream if you did enjoy. Dislike if you didn't. That's always totally okay. Subscribe to the channel for daily videos. I do upload every single day, 365 days a year, as well as stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET on Twitch and YouTube, link down below. Discord's down below for updates. If I'm ever not live and you're wondering where I'm at, it might be updated or I might be sick or something. It'll be my Discord. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, support my content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo do help out a ton. It is currently September on Twitch, so get the scam trains rolling. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go rest. Peace, peace, peace.
Hey, thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video. Hopefully it was a positive asset on your day in some way. And thank you to everyone's name who's on this list, who is a massive positive asset to my day every single day. I appreciate you all. Thank you for going above and beyond and allowing me to do what I do.